But yeah, so anyway, so these chicks ain't got no respect. So anyway, so I'm at my new house doing a bit of work over the last few weeks and that. And I'm a very observant person. And when you become a very observant person, you notice patterns of behavior and that. And it's almost like you become psychic because you can predict certain behaviors and that. I'm not talking about the obvious. If you slap someone, they're either going to cry or want to fight you. I'm not talking about that. When you become an ultra observant person, you know how certain people are going to react to you. You know when people are doing something, it's because of a specific reason. So anyway, so at my new house, my house is at the bottom of a cul-de-sac, a dead-end road. There's only one way in and one way out unless you go by foot. And I noticed, because obviously I had to stick it on a few people on the cul-de-sac already. I even moved in. I've had 4 run-ins with people already. I even fucking moved in. And I noticed one of the households, because it's families there, one of the households usually has 2 cars. The mum of the house and the man of the house. Yeah. Now, the mum drives a black car and the man drives some silver car. But over the last month, I ain't seen this silver car. So I thought, oh, like I noticed things like that. I'm like, oh, you know, where's my man? Yeah, like I think things. Yeah. I'm like, oh, where's my man? I'm like, well, it could be only a few reasons why the car's not there. Maybe he is there. Maybe he lost his license. Maybe he writ off the car. Maybe he's in another country. Maybe he went jail. Probably not. It's probably the 5th one. Probably they broke up, more than likely. Happens, innit? People break up all the time. Nothing. So anyway, so I thought to myself, like, it's a bit like, you know, they broke up and that. I don't know these people, but like, who the fuck's gonna pay the rent? Because, you know, rent ain't cheap. These people, I know they're not no educated people. I know they don't have good jobs. So I know that woman can't afford to pay the rent on her own. You know, you never know. Maybe the guy's paying the rent from somewhere else. I don't fucking know. But I just thought it was a bit odd, like, rah, you know, a lot of look, let me just explain something right now. The reason why certain men don't get broken up with, the reason why certain men don't get kicked out of their yard is because the woman can't survive without them. And he can't survive without her. So certain couples, they have to stick together. But this is when, and this is why people end up sleeping in separate rooms, or the man sleeps downstairs, or the woman sleeps downstairs, or they got separate beds and that. Because the relationship, the dynamics are broken down. There's no sexual tension no more, but they need to cohabitate. Yeah, if you cohabitate, it's because they can't survive without each other. So certain people, you live in the same house, but you're not together. You're together, but you're not together. So I was thinking, oh, I wonder how the rent's getting paid. So anyway, boom. So, like I said, 30 days gone by, innit? I noticed the car's not been there, innit? So I'm like, they're probably on a breakup, you know, things happen and that's cool. So anyway, so today, about 10 minutes before I was leaving, and this is what I'm saying, yeah, this is how of an observant person I am. Even the way the woman parks on the drive can fit 2 cars. Even the way this woman parks on the drive, she parks in the middle, like taking up 2 spaces. It's her drive, she can do what she wants. What I'm saying is, it just lets me know that she's not expecting no one else to be parking on that drive. Knowing that, yeah, that guy ain't coming back for a while, just the way she parks that car. Because if you have a drive that can fit 2 cars and you and your partner have the car each, when you park your car on a drive, you park to one side so the other person can always park there. She's parking pretty much in the middle. So I know she's not anticipating anyone parking on that drive, certainly not my man. So anyway, I start loading up my car and yeah, I'm putting some stuff in, take some stuff out, whatever. So anyway, this car pulls up outside my house. So one guy gets out, get me, go a bit of weight on him. Yeah, got a bit of weight on him and that. He looking kind of fresh. He like he just had a haircut and that. Boom. I said, big man, how long are you gonna park there? Because I don't like no one parking outside my house. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna be 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, cool. Anyway, so he's on the driver's side, then he walks around to the passenger side, which is close to me. He gets something out of the car. So anyway, so like I said, I'm going in and out, in and out. I don't know who this guy is always going. I can tell where he's probably gonna go because of his ethnic group. Yeah. So I can tell where he's gonna go, but I don't know what he's here for. So anyway, as I'm going in and out of the house, taking stuff out of the car, putting stuff in the car, I see him with a bunch of roses in his hand. I'm like, is this guy fucking for real? Like, yo, these people are still doing this, like, man are pulling up to people's houses with fucking roses in their hand and that. So I was like, he's standing outside that woman's house with roses in his hand. I'm like, no way. No way is this guy taking this woman out on a date. Do you know what, yeah? It's not that she's going out on a date. That's cool. But I think it's actually disrespectful that she's actually got a next man to come to her house to pick her up, to take her out on a date. Now, earlier, when I first started speaking, I said the man of the house. But I referred to the woman as the mum of the house because there's children. Remember before I told one of the parents, when I move in, there's gonna be some fucking changes around it because the little kids are playing football outside, isn't it? So I know she's the mum, but I assume that the guy is the dad. But now thinking about it, the guy is the dad because I remember there was one mixed race woman that went to that house to take the little boy to have a little party or something like that. So if he wasn't the dad and he was just the woman's boyfriend, well, why the fuck's the mixed race woman asking him? She would ask the woman for permission to take the little boy. So I'm saying, I read into things like that. So anyway, so I would say that that's probably the dad of the house. And I was thinking, that's very disrespectful, Like, yo, if a woman wants to go out on a date, even a month after a breakup, because women will go out on dates with no intentions of opening up, yeah, just to take her mind off a guy. That's cool. But you make the man pick you up around the corner. Remember, this woman drives. She could have easily have just drove 2 seconds around the corner and said, meet me here. No, she wanted the guy to come to the door to pick her up. And maybe, I don't know, some other neighbor that's in contact with my man will start snitching and say, oh, I saw this guy pull up in it's not a nice car, it's a Mini Cooper. The car's looking fresh though still. Fresh red Mini Cooper, and not that I would buy a Mini Cooper, but it's better than my car, Yeah, this guy came in a Mini Cooper, was looking suited and booted, fresh haircut, looks like he'll whoop your ass and that. Yeah, that new guy would have smacked up the existing, the previous guy for real. He would have beat him up still. Yeah, he came and he took her out on a date and that. And I was thinking, that is very disrespectful, Like, yo, if you want to go out on a date, that's cool, but just meet the guy around the corner. No, she made him come to the front door. And that was deliberate because obviously, I don't know how this woman knows this guy. She probably knows, she might know him previously, or she might have just found him on a dating website. But he still don't need to know where you fucking live. She done that deliberately. No fucking respect, boy.